Hello everyone and welcome to the Black Forge. Welcome to this first tutorial. So in this tutorial I will show you how to navigate properly in ZBrush. When you arrive in the software, you will have nothing in the screen. So you will have to go here, just here, put the 3D sphere, okay, and click on the screen and drag. Okay, so like that. After this, you need to edit, just the button here, okay, and click on make polymesh 3D. It's make polymesh 3D. It's to make your polymesh editable in 3D. Okay, just click on it. After that, normally the sphere is editable, so you can sculpt on it. Okay, so the second part is how to move in ZBrush. So to move in ZBrush, you need to just with your pen click on the window, not on the editable mesh, just on the window. Press Alt. So when you press Alt and you click, you can move the sphere like that. It's just a translation, okay? If you want to turn around the sphere, you just have to click outside of the sphere, okay? And if you have some problem like that, like your sphere is not in the window, you just have to press F to focus. The last shortcut is a little bit hard. You need to press Alt and click to make the translation, and after that, you stay with your click on the screen, okay, and you release Alt, and after that, when you release Alt, you can zoom on the geometry. For the translation, it's Alt and click, okay. To turn around, it's just click outside of the sphere, just in the window, or you can click here when you have a lot of geometry. You can click just right on the framing, and after you can turn around, okay? So if you click on the geometry, you sculpt. If you click outside, normally it will be good, okay? So the third part, you can move into ZBrush. You need to know the panel, so what's in the window and what's inside the software. So in this panel here, it's all the brush of the software. You have the standard, smooth, the bevel fat. So all the brush here, we don't have to use everything. We have just maybe 5 or 6 brush to use to do everything by hand. Okay, so the main brush we will use is the standard, okay? The standard. So with the standard, you have something like that. So with the standard, you can have something like that, okay? And if you want to sculpt, so now you are in Z-Had to make some form like that. If you press, on Alt, you will do the same thing but in negative, okay? So Alt, when you sculpt on the geometry, is for all brush, okay? So when you don't click on Alt, you are in Z-Had, and when you are pressing on Alt, you are in Z-Sub. You subtract the geometry. So you add and you subtract. You have the clay buildup. Clay buildup, clay buildup just here. Clay buildup is to sculpt mainly everything. So you can sculpt forms, you can sculpt muscles. It's the main brush we will use in ZBrush. You have this one. You have the dam standard. Dam standard is pinch some area of your sculpt. Okay, so if you need to make some muscles, the fiber of the muscle, up like that, you can smooth with shift. Hop, you smooth a little bit. You can take the dam standard. So when you choose your brush in the panel, you can just click on D because it's dam standard. The first letter of the brush is D. You click on D, and normally you have all this brush beginning by D, and the dam standard is just here. But it's the same thing for all the brush. If you want the clay buildup, it's C. Okay, C, clay buildup. Okay. If you want the, I don't know, the standard, you click here, standard, up, you search standard, standard is here, okay? So it's just a little tips to not have everything of the brush on your window, okay? So like that, if you want to pinch a little bit the fiber of the muscle or the fiber of the flesh, you can do something like that, okay? So if you have a screen tab with pressure, like Rion on Wacom, the pressure is very important. So if you push on your pen like that, it will be harder, and you can do something like that to be more smoother. So sorry for my English. I will practice with videos anyway, because I'm French, so I need to make more videos and practice more English to be smoother. So okay, like that, it will be good. And the two last brush we will use mainly, it's for proportion. So you need to go to the panel brush and make move. So you press M and you search for move. It's simply to move the form, okay? Like that. So for the proportion, we can use that to be very soft. And if you want to be more harder on the proportion, you can choose the snake hook. In snake hook, you press S, snake hook, okay. And normally if you move, it will be like that, okay? So another thing in this software, you can sculpt by symmetry. Sorry, by symmetry, and you have just to press X. So when you press X, you have 2 points in your on your sphere, and now if the symmetry is nice and centered, you can sculpt like that, okay? So that is the panel brush, okay, with all the brush. Here you have the stroke. It's the projection of the brush, so you can project in dots, drag rect. So drag rect is for the alpha. So now we are in clay buildup, the alpha is squared. So if I choose drag rect, it will make a square, okay? So because it's using the alpha just here. Okay, so you can make by freehand color spray. So it's like a spray if you spray on the wall. It's the same thing, but it's spraying the alpha. Okay, the square alpha. See, if you change by I don't know, standard normally it's something like round, and if I choose color spray, you will see something like that, okay? It's great to make noise on your geometry. Okay, good. I can show you something with the alpha. Normally, if we choose the standard, we can put drag and rect, and we need to choose an alpha just here in the Lightbox. So in the Lightbox is a library of resources directly in ZBrush. You can choose now alpha and take a lever, just a lever alpha, and you will see with this kind of tool we can put on clothes, on bags, a lot of things, the alpha texture directly on the bag, if you have a bag. Okay, so here, if you have this kind of thing, you can we can say, okay, it's too hard, so just put the intensity at this number, and normally here we are good. So the next panel is about texture, but we not use the texture for sculpting inside. So here you have a lot of texture, and this kind of thing is just to project the texture on the geometry. So the next panel is material. The material is here you can pick a matte cap. Sure, it's just you can choose a chrome, you can just choose a metal thing, a blend. So it changed the material of your geometry. So if you want to make something like a jelly bean, if you want something like aluminum, okay, so you can choose a lot of things directly in ZBrush, and you can change the material by subtool. So different part. If you want to make the head like that, if you want to make I don't know, a hat in another color or another material. So it's very nice to make a good project. Okay, and here you have the color. So you can change the color just here. You have a color panel, a color tab. Okay, directly here you can change that, and after that you can go in color, fill object, and fill your geometry. Okay, so the next thing is the panel, the hub panel here, and with the hub panel you have a lot of buttons to know. So here you have the edit button. So if you want to edit your geometry, you need to click on this one and draw. The draw is to draw on your sphere. Okay. And after you have move. The move is you can translate, but it's to translating the geometry. So if you translate like that, okay, with Alt and click, it's the translation of the camera. And if you want to translate the geometry, it's here, just here, move. So to show you the difference, I will happen another sphere to make eye, and I want my eye up in the face. So my sphere is here, so I click on move. The gizmo is now here, and you have the gizmo, and you control the sphere. So with this gizmo, you have different arrow and cubes to scale or move the sphere. So right now you have the cube, the center cube, the yellow one is to scale up and scale down. Okay. Here you can rotate. So you cannot see right now because So you can rotate like that, okay? Rotate with the blue and rotate with the green, okay? After that, you have the cubes inside. The cubes are for scale, but in one axis. So this one axis, Z axis, X, not X, X axis, this one, and this one. So this is the gizmo with the move option. So now we can go back in draw and try to sculpt something. When you want to sculpt, you have to know, so the Z had and Z sub is Z had is to add geometry, add forms, and Z sub is to subtract. Okay, the Z intensity is about the intensity of the brush. Okay, so now I'm at 20. Okay, with the clay buildup. If I want something harder, I need to push the slider, and it will be harder in the forms. So the focal shift is the area inside. I don't know if you see the circle in red. The focal shift is the circle inside your brush, and it's it's the difference in between the circle inside and the circle outside the red one. It's a soft area if you see what I mean. So if I put like that, it will be hard, and if I put like that in a positive, sorry, it will be more smoother. And the draw size is about the size of the brush. The next one is about, so when you will start with ZBrush, you will have something like that, a sphere with a lot of polygon. If you want more polygon, you will need to go in geometry, okay, and Dynamesh. And with the Dynamesh, you have the resolution and the button Dynamesh. So Dynamesh is to add geometry to your subtool, okay. So you need to put a little bit of resolution. Be careful, because if you have a good laptop, it will be nice, but if you have a bad laptop, it can crash. So be careful with the resolution. So you can see normally the active point and the total point in your scene. The active point is the active polygon in your subtool. Your subtool is just the geometry you have right now to work, because you in the subtool panel you will have normally it's like Photoshop, you have layers, but it's about geometry. So you can have form eyes, you can have arms, you can have fingers. So now we are on the first sphere, and we have this polygon, okay? And the total point is the total point in the scene. So when you want to have more geometry, you go in geometry, Dynamesh, resolution, you put a little bit up, you put the slider up, press on Dynamesh. Okay, so I'm centered. I will press X for the geometry, and I'm beginning to sculpt. Sculpting. I will start some sculpt. So another tips with the Dynamesh, if your geometry is very pulled, like that, you have a lot of deformation. So let me show you. You will see something like that. So you just need to press Control to make a mask, okay? And you click to make an area, and you release. And after that, it will update the geometry and recreate something. So I will show you again. Okay, so I have this kind of thing now. Control mask up. It's making an update on your geometry, and you can now sculpt again. Okay. So that's all for the beginning. Now you have all to begin to start to sculpt, and I will show you in the next video. Thank you for all, and sorry again for my English. Have a nice day. Bye. So when you have finished with your document and you want to save them, you have in this side of the panel, tool panel. Okay, you have load tool, save as, save next. So right now you can save as, and after that you will have the window to save. You save in ZTL, you name the document, and after you save that. So that's all for the moment for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for my English. As I said, I need to practice. It will be better videos after videos. So if you want to join our Patreon's Black Forge order, you can join it by seeing in the description. You have the link, and I hope you will enjoy the content. Have a nice day, and see you in the next one.